Well, the timer has definitely started counting down for Season 3 of The Bear. With an official teaser being released only a day ago, it's got me right in the mood to see Carmy, Cousin, Sugar and Sydney back on our screens dealing with all of the issues that they've got pent up inside of them whilst trying to navigate the extremely hostile kitchen of the restaurant. With just over a month to go, I thought it would be worth taking a look at the teaser that FX have just released and give my theories and predictions on what I think could happen in Season 3 of the show. So let's get into it. Here is The Bear Season 3 teaser breakdown and theories and predictions. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. So with regards to the story in Season 3, I think there are so many different directions that it could go in. In both seasons of the show, essentially all of the characters get individual arcs that we follow. That's what makes this show so good. Even characters like Tina and Debra, who don't really have that much screen time, have their trials and tribulations and issues that they need to overcome. So we end up feeling connected to each and every one of the characters. The main story that I think we'll see getting developed is going to be focused on Carmy, obviously. Following the end of Season 2, we saw that the opening night was a success, but even with that success, he wasn't happy or fulfilled, as he found himself locked inside of the refrigerator and having an argument with Cousin on the outside. Carmy has a lot of underlying issues that he hasn't addressed throughout his life, and I honestly don't think he's going to be able to change as a person until he does. A lot of his issues obviously lie with his mother, Donna, and everything that happened when he was younger. We haven't had a true glimpse into the past of Carmy, only in Season 2 Episode 6, Fishes, which was only a few years back. So I'm intrigued to see what the deep-rooted trauma is between Carmy and his mother. She was a functioning alcoholic, and that pretty much leaves the door open for all kinds of trauma that he endured when he was younger. The fact that he was desperate for her to not go into the restaurant on the opening night, and she was also wary of doing it too, it showed that there are still issues that lie between them. And until they're properly addressed, nothing is going to change, and Carmy will forever be stuck in the mindset that he has. So I think Carmy looking to run the restaurant the best he can is going to be something that will obviously be at the forefront, but alongside that, it will be him addressing his past with his mother. The story of Mikey being gone has almost been put to bed, and Carmy has addressed that and has worked on improving his mindset around life without his brother. But his mother? That's a completely different ballgame. There's a reason he only goes and visits home once a year, and I think we're going to learn all about the chaotic childhood that he had and how it made him into the person that he is in the present day. This could also be connected to the reason as to why he can't properly love people, such as Claire for example. So I think Carmy's mind is going to get a very large focus, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to seeing. Let's also remember as well, it was mentioned in the finale that there were bookings in the restaurant, but they were inconsistent. So it's probably not going to be smooth sailing. Plus, with a lot of the establishments in Chicago shutting down and the Bear being something which was newly opened, the pressure is going to be there on Carmy in multiple different ways. And I don't think he's truly going to change and have a positive outlook on life until he deals with the deep-rooted trauma which stems from his mother. With us most likely getting a deeper look inside of Carmy's mind and his past, I'm hoping that means that we're going to be getting another flashback episode. The flashback episode was just so good in Season 2, and it's genuinely one of the best episodes in the entirety of the series. So if they do something similar, I just can't see how it would fail. Within the teaser, there was a shot where the camera went through the front of Carmy's head and then it came out the back. I think that's already symbolizing that we're going to be taking a deeper look inside of his mind. With regards to Richie, I think we're going to see him having a great sense of personal development in Season 3. We saw that he was a transformed man by the end of Season 2. There hasn't been a character in a show that I've gone from not liking that much to absolutely loving in the way that Richie did it in Season 1 to Season 2. He started holding himself accountable and put a higher standard upon himself, something which ultimately allowed him to move on from his ex-wife and put all of his focus and energy in bettering himself and his career. With Carmy acting towards Cousin in the way that he did in the finale, it does make me wonder if there's going to be some kind of feud between them. Richie could potentially look for work elsewhere. He's got to a point where he was very good at what he did. However, I think Richie's biggest trait is loyalty, and I don't think he'd turn his back on somebody that was as good as a brother to him. But you never know, Carmy could just push him over the edge. He realized that he needed to start doing things for himself, so I think there could be a more selfish side to the character because he knows that he needs to progress and better his own life. When it comes to Marcus, this is another character that I think is going to get a large focus. Within season 2 of the show, we saw him navigating the space of becoming a proper dessert chef, and he went to Denmark and worked with Lucas and acquired some new skills. Marcus threw himself into work, and he did this whilst his mother was sick and was on the cusp of dying. In the closing moments of the season 2 finale, there were messages and missed calls on his phone from his mother's nurse, which heavily implied that his mother had died. Up until that point, Marcus had put his mother first, visited her a lot, and cared for her. But at the time where she probably needed him most, he threw himself into work, and I imagine he's going to feel a large sense of guilt about that when he eventually finds out that she's gone. We know that Will Poulter is reprising his role as Lucas in season 3 of The Bear, so I wonder if Marcus is going to take a step back from the kitchen due to everything that happened, resulting in him feeling extremely guilty. And he's going to end up needing somebody like Lucas to give him that guidance to get back on track, as he listened and learned a lot from him before. Marcus is such a great character and one that I feel we all really connected with in the show, so I think that will continue to be present. Then when it comes to Sydney, her main driving factor is the fact that she wants to work in a restaurant that has a star. It's been a dream of hers since she was younger, and I feel that's where her focus is going to lie in the new season. However, with Carmy obviously being the owner of the restaurant, I think we're going to see conflict brewing between the pair, especially with how riled up he's going to be in this new season as well. Both of them have batted heads a lot over the course of the 2 seasons, to the point where Sydney needed to take a step back, and I think that'll be something which will occur in this season as well. She wants to progress just as much as everybody else in the show, and she's the sort of person that won't let anything hold her back. FX are shooting both season 3 and season 4 of The Bear back to back, which makes me think that season 4 could well be the final season of the show. It's something which does pain me to think about because it's just so beautiful to watch, and it has real human, emotional stories that each and every one of us can connect to in some way. But with Jeremy Allen White being bigger than ever, Ayo Edebri being bigger than ever, and Ebon Moss being bigger than ever too and about to embark into the MCU, their schedules are probably going to be so packed, and they're probably getting offers across the board. And I think the show probably knows that and would rather it go out on a high than dwindling out with cast members leaving and not being able to make the commitments that they once did. So I reckon we're only going to have around 2 more seasons. The teaser, even though it was only 30 seconds, highlighted what this show was so good at. The glossiness, the gorgeous shots, the soundtrack, the emotion, and the camera work. It got all of that across in a short 30-second non-verbal trailer. Honestly, this is the show that I'm probably most looking forward to this summer. This, The Boys, and House of the Dragon. Gah, this summer's gonna get hot. So, there you have it. The Bear Season 3 teaser breakdown and theories and predictions. If you want to see a full breakdown on Season 2 of The Bear and also other videos discussing some of the best episodes in the show, then click on the card in the top corner. There's an entire playlist there. Or alternatively, you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. What do you think will happen in Season 3? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thanks for tuning into the video, and I'll see you in the next one.